Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's initial podcast idea may have been a one-trick pony and they might have struggled to emulate the success of the Obamas, a royal expert has claimed. When Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties in early 2020, they announced the launch of charitable foundation Archie. This included an audio production arm, through which the couple agreed a deal with Spotify, and the Sussexes then released a 33-minute holiday special in December 2020. Since then, there have been no releases on the platform, and this has resulted in reports that the streaming giant has taken the series into its own hands after advertising for a number of in-house roles. Now, looking back on why the podcast series may not have worked out as hoped, the Mail's royal editor Rebecca English has suggested that it might have been because of Harry and Meghan's intended focus on worthy subjects. Rebecca delved into the kind of content the public had been expecting to see Harry and Meghan deliver from their podcast, and suggested there may have been a mismatch of expectations. Certainly in regards to new positions, they're talking about a series involving inspiring women, she noted, speaking on the Andrew Pierce show. The podcast's host Andrew interjected, "They were going to elevate underrepresented voices. I recall, Elton John obviously very underrepresented." Rebecca agreed, continuing, "It just makes you wonder whether that's a bit of a one-trick pony because, can you keep on doing worthy podcast after worthy podcast? The Obamas have proven that they can do it, but you've got to ask yourself whether the Sussexes have the same clout as the Obamas. They might, I don't know." Michelle Obama debuted her own podcast on Spotify in 2020 after signing a deal rumored to be worth tens of millions, and she was lined up to feature as a guest on the Sussexes show in future episodes. Rebecca says Spotify may have been more hopeful that the couple would offer an insight into their formal royal lives, rather than promoting worthy causes. "It makes you wonder what Spotify thought they were going to talk about, as opposed to what Harry and Meghan thought they would talk about," she continued. "As we kept saying at the time, these companies don't pay out megabucks if they don't think they're going to get mega back. And that is the endlessly fascinating subject that is our royal family. But of course Harry and Meghan have made it very clear that they want to do worthy." Meghan and Harry announced in September 2020 they had struck a deal with US streaming giant Netflix. Both the company and the Sussexes remain tight-lipped on the size of this collaboration, but experts in the field estimated it could be worth some £71 million, $100 million. In 2021, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced their production house, Archie Productions, was working on 2 projects. However, 16 months after the partnership between the Sussexes and Netflix was announced, Meghan and Harry have yet to release their first product for the streaming service. On the other hand, the Obamas launched their first product on Netflix 13 months after their deal was announced. News: the former First Lady and US President had signed a contract with the streaming platform was broke in May 2018. Their first documentary, American Factory, produced by the Obama under their Higher Ground Productions company, premiered at Sundance Film Festival in January 2019, 8 months after. It was then released on Netflix in August that year. Higher Ground Productions, founded in 2018, has since created an array of products, including 2 educational series for children, 2 more award-nominated documentaries and 2 feature films. Much like Meghan and Harry did in late 2020, the Obamas also announced to have signed a deal with Spotify in mid-2019. They have since released 2 podcast series. The first, the Michelle Obama podcast, debuted in July 2020, while the second, a collaboration between Mr. Obama and singer-songwriter Bruce Springsteen, was released in April last year. The months passed between the Netflix deal announcement and the release of any product by the Sussexes could be due to a number of reasons.